Storm Malik put the game off on Saturday, but tomorrow night there'll be a different storm brewing out there on that pitch.
Yeah, it's a derby, it's under the lights. We're at home, the crowd will be right behind us, they'll have a big away following as well, and it's, as I say, I've touched on it, they're the most exciting game you play in as a Dundee or a Dundee United player in the league. Now obviously if you're getting to cup finals in Hampden on a regular basis it changes then, but there's nothing like it in the league that compares to a Dundee derby if you're a Dundee or a Dundee United player.
And Ken, looking at the game for tomorrow, you had that extra little bit of preparation available to you. Do you feel that will help you in any way at all, that little bit extra prep with the game being off?
Yeah, it will help us in terms of what we're going to do, but it certainly won't hinder Dundee United, the fact that they've played. But footballers are used to doing that, and I watched them in at Celtic Park. They were impressive in the way they went in there and played, although on another day Celtic could have and maybe should have had a few more goals, but I was impressed with United in the way they went in and handled it in there, because it's not easy, as we've shown, or we've felt at times getting in and playing Celtic, but they stood up strong. But again, like that's not going to affect what happens in Tuesday night's game. You could play Sunday today and have enough adrenaline tomorrow to play in a derby. That's how big these games are, and you go out, you roll the sleeves up because you're expecting a battle, and then when the football starts getting played, that's when the cool heads, and normally the better team wins that can get the ball down and play quicker than the others. But sometimes it is just a case of rolling the sleeves up, and like last Wednesday night, but we need more quality, we know that, on the ball in the final third, but it's going to take a big effort to get things right on the pitch, and then we've got to have belief in the way we play and getting it into our attackers and allowing them to go and play with a bit of freedom at the top end of the pitch to create for us, because that's what's been lacking. We've not been creating enough.
The form book in these types of games, as history dictates, gets thrown out the window basically. You can't look at form, it's just about what happens during that 94-95 minutes out on that pitch tomorrow.
Atmosphere's great, adrenaline rushing through everyone. So I say these are the games I miss the most, and you do get a sense of it as a manager, but it's a different feeling, a different adrenaline. But when you're on the pitch, just talking from a player's perspective, it's great. That's why they're so excited. That's why at times you need to just calm them down. But then as soon as they go out in the park, then we let them go. And you talk about a storm brewing. These derbies normally throw that up. They're always great. They're normally good viewing and good for the punters to watch and the neutrals to watch. That's why it's disappointing it's not on TV, because any time certainly since I've been involved, the derbies have been fantastic, and tomorrow night's going to be another fantastic occasion. But this place will be rocking. Big away support, as I said, big home support that will drown them out, and we need to use that to our advantage and go and get the 3 points.
Last one for me, it's about the crowds and things that do come along. It must be one of the strangest derbies any place in the world, basically, where both sets of fans will sit in the pub right up until just before kick-off, come here, scream, shout at one another, and then head back to the pub to kind of digest obviously what's happened and either be talking about the good parts or the not so good parts.
Yeah, and as I touched on, I think that's a credit to the city and the people of Dundee. Now they hate each other for the 94-95 minutes. Hate might be a strong word, but you know what I mean by that. And then they can walk down the street. I've not seen any trouble. I've not seen anything like that. Even when I was a player, I'd walk back up from Tannadice to here, and you'd get the wee bit of abuse, but you were safe. Now I'd played in enough Edinburgh derbies to realise that would never happen, and I've been to enough Old Firm derbies to see that doesn't happen as well. So I think that's a credit to the city and the people of Dundee that can happen, and let's be honest, that's the way football should be. It's a game for 94-95 minutes. At the end of that, it's done. Win, lose or draw. Now we're desperate to win this game. We want the bragging rights. We want the 3 points. We want to put one over our nearest rivals. But talking about the fans and the fans alone, we want to send our fans out happy, United fans out miserable. But at the end of the day, they walk out there and then they go and they have a beer, a chat with their mates, and that's the way football should be, all across the board, in my opinion.
Tomorrow, it's the derby. Really, the derby's not about current form. It's not about the way you've been playing or anything like that. It's the derby and it's about the bragging rights from there on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's obviously for the fans bragging rights, but for us, it's the most important thing is getting 3 points on the table. We need to start winning games as soon as possible to start climbing up the table where we want to be. So obviously, as you said, it's bragging rights for the fans and stuff, but the most important thing is for everyone is getting that 3 points.
And as I say, the forum book kind of goes out the window with these games because they are the atmosphere that's here, the whole game, the history of the game. It just goes to show it's one of the best games that you'll get in this league.
No, it is. It's 100%. The atmosphere in the Dundee Derby is probably by far one of the best I've ever played in. So both sets of fans will be going at it, and I'm sure on the pitch the players as well. So we're hoping we can get a positive result for our fans and start building confidence again.
And one of the positives that come out of the game being off on Saturday, it allowed obviously anybody had a wee knock or something, time to get over that, gave you an opportunity to get through a training session without anything from there. So do you feel obviously the players are ready for this game tomorrow night?
Yeah, of course. The game was disappointing for everyone, but as you said, it's a chance personally for myself to get another training session. Boys that were maybe carrying little knocks and stuff for the game against St Johnstone. So yeah, it's an extra day to prepare for the derby, and hopefully, as I said, tomorrow we can go and get a positive result.
And from a personal point of view, how much does playing in this derby mean to you and that badge on the chest? What's it all about?
No, it's massive. I think you get that feeling as soon as you sign. That's the sort of fixtures you look for straight away, is the Dundee derby, and played in a few, and no, it's massive. So it obviously means a lot for players to be playing here, and we're hoping tomorrow we can send our fans away happy and obviously start climbing the table.